your introduction to place video to my clients in NYC, helping their dog who has aggression and resource guarding and separation anxiety. So the first thing that we're going to do is teach the dog place. So you will need a 6-foot leash and a collar. Ideally, I recommend a 2.25 Herm Springer collar. And you will need to take links out to size it to your dog since you do have a smaller dog. Avi is the exact same type of dog as yours. He's a 20-pounder with a very big attitude, resource guarding, sometimes with aggression. And so he's the perfect dog to teach you the place command. So here we go. We are starting with a pet cot. You can get one from Chewy.com. Such a charmer, this one. He's just like your dog in many ways. So you'll need a pet cot. You can start out with a raised bed or something that is elevated off the ground with the boundary. That's the most important thing. You're going to grab your dog. Break. We are teaching place and break, okay? And also sit is included in this. We will progress this command. The finished product is your dog is on place, in a down, calm, regardless of what's going on. Obviously that is a process and that takes some time, so here we go. You take your dog and you walk them up to place, and you name it. And you help them go into a sit. So the way, if your dog won't go into an automatic sit like Avi just did, you're gonna just do a little gentle leash pressure on that prong collar, straight up to the ceiling. So until your dog drops their bum, okay, onto place. And then we're incorporating break, the break command, because your dog has to learn, hey, sit. Your dog has to learn the release word so he knows he has to stay on place or in a sit stay until you release him or give him the next command. So walk him up to place. Let's go back. When you get to place, name it place. Good boy. Mark it with good. When your dog gets on the pet cot, you can say good. You can give a little affection. I'm not using food as we talked about because your dog is old enough to know. He's 11 months old, showing really bad behavior. So we're not going to reinforce with food. We're going to reinforce with a little praise, not too much, because your dog is also getting too much affection. So be careful with that. Break. Use your body to invite your dog off of there. Sit. Good boy. When you bring your dog off a place, put him in a sit stay, okay? Because we're going to start incorporating and teaching. Your dog is capable of learning more than one command at the same time. And so there's already a sit stay built in on place. So also teach him here, there's a sit stay, okay? Off of place. And that way you can start to build in duration for the sit stay. Stay means stay for the duration until I tell you what to do. Let's go, buddy. Place. Good. Your dog might need a little more coaxing to get on there. So you may need to, here, break. You may need to use a little leash pressure guidance. Place. Some dogs will resist getting onto an elevated pet cot. Good. Now we're going to keep our dog on place and start working on duration. So let's shoot for a minute. You will incorporate some distractions, light distractions, such as you're looking, since your dog is always looking to be with you, you want to get a little bit of separation between you. See, there's a little bit of distance there. That's what we're looking for. We're teaching in baby steps. You may only get this far before your dog wants to be like Velcroed to you. So I'm just going to add in a little distraction. Remember that Avi is well versed in this command, so this is not something that you might see on the first try, okay? What you'll probably see is a dog who's going to break off and not follow commands. If your dog goes to break off, you use your body and step in, and you say no when you step into your dog, okay? You're using your body as spatial pressure, right? And Avi's putting himself into a down. Ultimately, that's what we're looking for in place, but you're probably not going to see that for the first several days, okay? And we will talk about down another time. But this is how you would start to begin to add a little distance with duration. When he gets really good at this, even if he's only doing a sit-stay, this is good. We're teaching him to sit and stay on the pet cot. You can add in some distraction by moving the leash, okay? And you can start to move around it, okay? And then make some quick moves like that. And the idea is his job is to stay there, and you're teaching him his job. So this is the beginning of place. This is where I want you to start. And then I want you to work your way up in the next week to dropping the leash and being able to walk around your dog, and then walk to another part of the room, always giving distance, keeping your eye on him. If he goes to break or shows any sign that he's going to pop out of his sit, because I doubt he's going to put himself into a down at this time, then you're going to step in and say, no. And then when he stays, you mark it with good. So yes, no, and good are the markers that you will use. We talked about this last night. Good means I like what you're doing, stay there, okay? And then no obviously means don't do that. I don't like that, don't do that. So then you can maybe incorporate a little door action there. You can, knock on some things lightly, start out lightly. That's adding in distractions. You can do some things like you can run a vacuum, don't plug it in, but run it if that's something that is a distraction to your dog. This is how you progress your dog. So start here, let me know how it goes, and then I will show you how to work in some other things to help him, to get him better. I'll show you the back tie, but then don't forget to also give the release so he knows, hey, I'm done my work. Come here, buddy. Place. Good boy. Okay, when he sits and stays on place, the stay is implied. Stay there until I tell you what to do next. Good boy, Avi.